Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is a live Ask Me Anything. I love streaming live into the YouTube channel every week. So long as we get at least 1,000 likes for this live broadcast, we'll do it again. So thank you for joining us, and if you missed the push notification that went out through the free Locker Gnome app available for both iOS and Android, it went out just a few minutes ago, and you basically tap that notification, it'll take you to the YouTube video. So even if you weren't able to watch it live, I do hope that you are using the free Locker Gnome app. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to posit them or deposit them. Can I say either posit or deposit here? English major, using words in these, not really clear on the definitions. Either way, ask questions. Well, Pixie, you can ask. Did you hear her? She went blah, 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 blah. Now she just breathed. I don't know if you can you guys hear the dog in the mic? Who knows? Let me make sure everybody is here. Everybody's here. Yeah, I see everybody here. I can't say that everybody is here, but if you did join us, thanks again for remembering to comment, like, and thank you for subscribing, and of course sharing these videos. I do have a few things that I need to do, including remembering to turn down the volume on my primary computer, running OS X Mavericks. I'll be giving you my thoughts on that today. Also going to give you my thoughts on the new iPad Air, at least my plans in the immediate future in relation to the iPad. And I've got a list of questions asked by this community during and before the broadcast, so we'll be addressing them as we go along. I do also want to mention that we have the recipient of this week's Amazon gift card giveaway. Eric Peterman did exactly what we asked him to do. Every week we're giving away something thanks to our sponsor, Feature Points. You can check out the link in this video's description if you want to participate. go.tagjag.com/freepoints. Tap that link on your iOS or Android device. He tweeted about it. He says, I want to win at Chris Pirillo's Amazon gift card giveaway, so here's my referral link as part of the contest. Well, here's the thing. It's just a random giveaway. It's a gift. And then he included his referral link so his friends would find out about it, and he did it exactly right. And plus, he participates. On Twitter, look, he responded to my superhero question asked a couple of days ago. I said, what's the first superhero that pops into your head? Hun, do you have what's the first superhero that you can think of? Batman. That was the most popular answer, surprisingly enough. So Eric participated with that, and here he is rotating on my current iPad, not the new iPad Air, obviously, because it's designed differently. And then he's also been responding to other tweets. So thank you, Eric, for being a solid part of the community, and thanks again for Feature Points support in these random giveaways that we're doing every week. If you want to participate, I'll put the directions directly in this video's description. So let's go ahead and answer a couple of questions before I get to other announcements that I need to make. Liz P. Hi, Chris. I'm relatively new-ish to your channel, but I wanted to get your opinion since you know Apple and their products more than anyone I know, or myself. Well, thank you. I am a college student, and since I'm paying my own way through, money is a bit tight. What kind of laptop would benefit me most? I'm studying to be a speech pathologist, so there will be a lot of writing. My #1 recommendations for you, if you are on a budget and you're looking for a notebook computer, I'm going to say, seriously, spend as much as you can and get a Chromebook. At this point, for you, a Mac would probably be overkill, potentially, depending on what else you're doing. But if you're just going to be doing a lot of writing, you don't need anything more than a keyboard and a computer to be able to store the documents. Well, you can put those documents in the cloud. They could either be on Google Drive or on iWork.com now, or even on Microsoft's Office Web Live, their web-based version of Office. But if money is tight, that's my #1 recommendation. If you do have your heart set on a Mac, which you may very well because you're saying you know Apple and their products, my recommendation for you is get a refurb. Get something secondhand. Maybe not the current generation, but find something that someone else is selling, maybe a previous generation, and get that. My Mac Pro is a few years old, and it's still running like a champ. Granted, it was spec'd to the gills when I first got it, but the Macs, in terms of software support, will last a long time. Granted, it won't be as fast as current-gen hardware, but still, if your heart's set on it, get refurb. But my #1 recommendation for you or any college student just needing to do typing and general stuff, you can do a lot of that on the web. Get a Chromebook. They're fine. Get whatever you can afford. The Apple Hipster. How do you feel about the iPad Air? Well, Apple wants me to feel. That was really in their documentation with marketing. I feel that it's interesting, really. There's the iPad Air and the iPad Mini. And now, in many ways, the iPad Air is equal to the iPad Mini other than in screen size. That's the big difference between the Air and the Mini. And I'm going back and forth on which one I think I would prefer. And to tell you the truth, it may very well be a Mini now that they're pretty much all the same other than screen size. Some people walk into the store and they say, I just want a big screen. That's who the iPad Air is going to be for. They're looking for a large screen. They're looking for a good ecosystem. They'll go for the iPad Air. If you're looking for portability and power, well, the iPad Mini is kind of hard to beat. So I think it was a step in a good direction for Apple. Of course, I have not seen it. I've not used it. That particular version, I've been using iOS products pretty much from the very beginning, so I've had a wide degree of experiences with them. And just as a side note, I have updated to iOS 7.03, just released this week, right after the Apple announcements. And I got to tell you, iOS 7 is snappier on the iPad Mini, my current gen iPad, or now previous gen, and the iPhone 5S. So I would say that it would be a good idea for you to update to 7.03. I'm not going to say it mitigated all the issues. In fact, I saw a few new bugs crop up, including, here, let me demonstrate this for you. So if I'm scrolling back and forth between pages, see if I can catch it. There we go. I can catch it, and look how the backgrounds of those folders are black. Do you see that? It's odd if I'm scrolling back and forth between pages. And then as soon as I let go, the black kind of disappears. So I'm finding bugs, throughout the system. Still, 7.03 has made a more responsive, even with motion turned off or on or toggled, reduced motion toggled off or on. It's no faster or slower than with it on or off, but it may help if you have motion sickness with iOS 7, just FYI. One more question, then I want to move on to another announcement. Mark Brady, the Dark Crystal, he says, is playing in Seattle with guest Lisa Henson on Sunday. Y'all going? Didn't plan on it. I'm a big Dark Crystal fan, as you may have noticed from last week's Pirillo picks. By the way, did you enjoy this week's Pirillo picks with Diana? It's her Diana Delight. She's going to do that every month instead of me doing it for that week. It was a hit from what I see. We got more likes for that video than we did for yesterday's Pirillo vlog so far. So I'm happy to see that. Very happy. But I don't know if we're going to see it in the theater. I think the only time I saw it in the theater was when it was released, when I was in the 5th grade, went as a part of a birthday party. And I remember my mom was the chaperone. It wasn't my birthday, though. But fantastic movie. Fantastic. And I made Diana watch it. If only so she could understand when I'd walk around going, Skeksis help Gelfling. I can only do a Lord Chamberlain. That's really the only Skeksis I can handle. Sorry. An announcement that I want to make. This video and the live stream and this channel is happening largely in part to our sponsorship from Citrix. And you know that building a strong relationship with your team, like my team, the Locker Gnome team, is key for any business. You need to meet and collaborate with coworkers and clients on a regular basis to brainstorm, develop quality ideas and solutions, and just work better. But gathering everyone in the same room can be impossible. That's one of the reasons why we use GoToMeeting with HD Faces. It's the powerfully simple way to meet online from anywhere, anytime. I use the app on the iPad, which is available. You could use your desktop if you want. It's software that is very, very flexible, that works when you need it to work. And here's the thing. It's not on a public service, so it's just a private service. You know that the data is not going to get out beyond your team, and that might be important for you. So with GoToMeeting by Citrix, you can share screens, making it easier to be with your team and be on the same page, even not being in the same room. And you turn on your webcam, if you have a webcam, and I'm assuming most of you do. You can make your meeting a video conference like that. Plus, you can launch or join a meeting from anywhere using the computer, mobile, or tablet. It's very easy, as I said. You can even present from your iPad. We love GoToMeeting. You can start hosting a GoToMeeting in seconds right now from your computer or mobile device by signing up for a 30-day free trial. I was trying to say 30-day. Well, it is kind of a free trial. It is. Try it. And here's the thing. No credit card is required to get started at this point. Visit GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. GoToMeeting.com, the promo code Pirillo. So thank you, Citrix. We appreciate your support. Everybody, we tell Citrix we appreciate their support. A round of applause for Citrix. Thank you for that. We'll try GoToMeeting. That's what you gotta say. We'll try GoToMeeting, Chris. Because we like when you do the live streams. It's a lot of fun when you interact with us. Zachary Renninger just asked the question, have you ever been a PC gamer? No, not really. Even when I was playing Doom back in the day of computer labs and college campuses, I never really got into it. Not really. Tetris? That doesn't really make me a PC gamer. I don't think that's going to happen in my lifetime. Not to take away if you happen to be a PC gamer. Good on you. Awesome. The world needs more geeks, different backgrounds and variety types. Variety types? Boy, it's fun to do live video. Brian Lemus asks, Chris, why don't you have a Nest thermostat, and are you going to get the Nest smoke detector? Well, here's the thing. When I bought my internet-enabled thermostats, Nest wasn't available. Had Nest been available, I would have upgraded to Nest, but it wasn't available at that point. And so I would be side grading, moving from my current thermostats to a Nest thermostat. It really wouldn't be a massive upgrade, so it's not really worth the cost to me. If you're looking for an internet-based thermostat, I probably would encourage you to look into the options. Nest is a fantastic option. Love how it's designed. I don't know if I'm going to be going the route of smoke detectors, if only because I have security systems built into the smoke detectors. I mean, it's all part of the same system with security and everything. So I'm not, at this stage, a prime candidate for upgrading everything, which isn't to say that it's not worth upgrading to. I think, it's fun to have a smart home. In fact, I still love my Hue lights. And let me see here. I'm going to freak out the dogs downstairs. Well, no, Pixie's right here. I want to control everything in my home by way of an app. I did a demo of this the day that I bought it, and you could look up the Hue review in this channel if you want. I can tap the button and make the lights look like a sunset. I only have 3 right now downstairs, but I want to get 3 more bulbs to install, so I'll have 6, so that around Christmas time they can be green and red. We're already getting into the holiday spirit. We've got another question here. I mean, I know, it's not even Halloween, but we love Christmas that much. Will Diana ever have a cooking channel? Thank you, TDGsprecht13. I don't know if she's ever going to have a separate cooking channel. We're thinking about launching a Pirillo family channel, and we don't know. This channel may evolve into a Pirillo family channel. We don't know. I mean, it's all flexible. Ultimately, we're just happy that you guys like watching the videos that we're producing for you on a regular basis. So, I don't know. And maybe it just may stick in the vlog. And she said this before, too. She's not really a cook per se. Amazing cook. She can put things together and make everything. She's never made a bad meal, ever. And I'm honest. And she knows I'm honest. And I would tell her if I was like, I don't know. I've had better. I've never had better. Ever in my entire life. She is amazing. You guys should totally want her to cook you a meal because it would be awesome. It would be sweet. Honey, did you hear me? What do you mean what? I was hoping to score some brownie points. We got date night tonight. That's right. Tell us where we want to go. Where should we go for date night, guys? Should we leave it up to them? All right, guys, you tell us in a comment in this video. You got to be quick about it because we got to, you don't have much time. It's today, live here on YouTube. Well, we're not going to eat it live on YouTube, but where should we go to eat for dinner? Let us know. What do you think? TV Max, do you consider a fountain pen enthusiast a geek? TV Max, I absolutely do. In fact, one of the recipients, what did we give away that one time? Ivan was his name. Ivan Romero? He loves pens, and he's one of the very few people who follows me on Instagram who I follow back. I know virtually nobody I follow on Instagram. It's just they post a lot of Star Wars and toy photos. Those tend to be, or comic photos, or fun photos like that. Those tend to be the people I follow. A lot of Lego, a lot of Star Wars, a lot of superhero, a lot of geeky stuff. But Ivan posts, and of course my dad, Ivan posts pens, fountain pens, and he's totally a geek about it. So I absolutely believe that you can geek out on pens. Now, speaking of geeking out, Jan Booth sent Chris and Diana Pirillo all the way from Combs? Hun, where is this from? I can't tell where. Is this Canada? It may be Canada. Although the back says, warning, does not contain any Lego. Sorry, but it's a card. I thought it would be fun to open up. What, hey? Oh, yay. I thought you said, hey. Oh, it's a dog. It's a dog.
It looks like a mixture between Wicket
and Pixie. UK. Saw this and thought of Wicket. Yeah, kind of Wicket. It's almost like Benji, too. Thank you for letting us in your life. You inspire us to do and be more. All the best, Jan and Sam from the UK. P.S. What doctor do you like best? The 10th Doctor. Right? You don't know. She never got past the 9th Doctor. 10th Doctor.
I like the 9th.
Naturally. You would. She's never seen the 10th. David Tennant. I'm a big David Tennant fan. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, you know. And that's the thing about doing YouTube videos. I love inspiring you guys, everybody, guys and gals, to do more and be positive about things. I mean, that doesn't mean that you're gonna have a life that's all happiness and joy, but you know, staying positive, I think, is a big key to having a happy life. And I hope you guys out there find happiness. And even if you're not happy with me or happy with something that I said about something that you happen to like, well, it's okay. We can have different opinions and still be good people. You know what I'm saying? So be good people. Do good things. Be happy in life. That's the secret. Owen Jesmer asks, what do you think about the BBM app for iOS? Well, I think it's interesting. 5-6 years ago, I have it installed, but I don't know anybody who uses BBM. In fact, the only IM I seem to use anymore is Facebook. Facebook is really how I use chat. Or messages, you know, SMS and whatnot. I wish everything would just be better unified, but there's no single app that does that yet. Because everybody's on a different system. Facebook is really the universal system, or as close as we get right now. So, it's cool, and I signed up, but I just don't know anybody on BBM. Interesting. Free, but 5 years too late. Sorry, BlackBerry. Mark Osborne, what are your views on contemporary art? Do you or who is your favorite artist and why? Well, I love Justin Hillgrove, big fan. I love buying his originals and hanging them up throughout the house. In fact, we've got a couple of spots, new empty spots on our walls, looking for original art, really nice art. I've got some things that I'm looking for, keeping my eye out for, geeky stuff, of course. So if you know really any awesome artists who sell original works, maybe you're an artist and you've got the eye that matches our eye, that we'd want to bring your art into our home, let us know. Drop me a line, chris@pirillo.com. Huge fan, like I said, of Justin Hillgrove, impsandmonsters.com. I promote him all the time. I know I've sold so much works for him, but I love the guy. I have man love for this guy. What is it? Bro guy? What is it called? Bro?
Man crush.
Man crush. I knew it was something like that. Love it. I have a man crush on Justin Hillgrove.
Super nice.
He is awesome. Vishnu Nampoothiriuk asks, future of the internet search and overview. Anyone can overtake Google in the future. Yes, I think it's inevitable. Someone will overtake Google. We don't know who that is. They may exist now. They may exist in the future. But here's the thing. Most people are searching using the lazy web. For example, you ask me questions when you could easily, for some questions you ask, you could easily go to Google for and ask. You could go to Google and ask some of these questions. So why do you come to me? Because you trust my advice. You trust me as a person. And that, to me, is the future of search, is social, right? You come to me rather than going to this generic web, portal. Google is the index of the web to get information that's valuable. Search. So whether that's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube to a certain degree, that's where you're going to go for information and searching. Just tell me this. If you really want to know an answer to a question, and maybe Google may have the answer surfaced, and we're not talking about an empirical answer like, 2 and 2 is what, right? You can search Google for that. It's overkill to ask me a question like that. But if it's a question that you're looking for, trusted information or trusted source, where are you going to turn first? Think about that. Is Google going to give you the same valuable result as you would get from your private social networks? I mean, your private, connections with friends and family. And I'm telling you, social is the future of search. No, I'm going to say it now. Social is the present of search, which is one of the reasons why Google added Google Plus as a layer to social, or a social layer to their existing services, and one of the reasons why it's been a relative failure in terms of social engagement in respect with social networking. It's a success on its own, and it's great. I love Google Plus. I have nothing against it at all. Well, okay, I do have a few things against it, but I have a few things against everything. I love it. It's a great discovery vehicle. A lot of geeks there, not many others at this stage, but it's nice for content discovery. It's just inorganic. Facebook was organic. Twitter was organic. Google Plus was inorganic. You had a Gmail account, bam, hey, you got a Google Plus account. You got a YouTube account, hey, bam, you got a Google Plus account. That's inorganic. Not disingenuous exactly, but it doesn't put it on the same level. And that's the reason why engagement's going to be different on Google+. That's just empirical, folks. Don't hate me. I'm just telling you, that's what it is. And I already told you, I love Google+. It's why I use it every single freaking day. Put my money where my mouth is, even though it costs no money. And I have a big mouth. John Hales, where did you get your time clocks from? They are Tix clocks. The person who invented them was actually murdered in a random, an event in San Francisco, apparently, and I was emailing back and forth, and he disappeared, and I found that out. But they are Tix clocks. Go.tagjag.com/TIX. More information on where you can get your own. Mike Hudson, J.J. Abrams, and Loris Kasdan taking over writing duties on Star Wars Episode 7. Can't hurt to have one of the writers of Episodes 5 and 6 working on the script, right? Mike Hudson, I absolutely agree. I'm very much looking forward to the Star Wars. I'm not going to call it a reboot, but really, I think we're all kind of ready, well, all of us Star Wars fans, ready for something fresh and new and different from what we experienced with the prequels. I expect that J.J. Abrams will deliver. All eyes of the universe or the galaxy are on him. Let's see here. Next question. Vishnu again asks, OS 10, pages, numbers, keynote, etc. free now. Will this improve Apple's sales or decrease the profit? Is Apple going to follow Google by providing freebies to the community? Interesting. So you can get their Office Suite for free. Even if you had pirated it before, you can now get it for free officially through the Mac App Store. OS 10 is now free. Of course, it's an upgrade. You got to have a Mac. But I think it's very smart. It'll pull more people into the Apple ecosystem. So if you're sitting there as a consumer and you're in the store and you see this PC or traditional PC that, looks okay and, looks kind of cool and does everything that you need it to do, but you're going to have to pay more for software and all these side grades and downgrades and regrades and whatever, or a Mac and you get all this stuff for free, well, consumer's mindset, even if there's a bigger value in that PC, they're going to think free, and like, well, I'm going to buy Apple because they'll give me free stuff. Even though you may pay more for a Mac compared to a PC, it doesn't make Macs more expensive because, believe you me, I've had plenty of expensive PCs that were pieces of crap. You know what I'm saying, right? Spend $300 on a piece of crap. Tell me that's not expensive. Spend $500 on something that works well and tell me that was not worth the money. Cheap and expensive is relative. Anybody who says anything otherwise just hasn't done their analysis, well, in my opinion, properly. And I think they're not doing the world any degree of service. What do you think of Mavericks? Asks Mark Hansen. Do you plan on upgrading your MacBook Pro or waiting until the Mac Pro comes out? Will not be upgrading the MacBook Pro. Mentioned that in the live stream. I do want the new Mac Pro. Got to find a sponsor for it. Don't know what I'll do with the old Mac Pro. It may actually go to Diana. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. We don't know yet. I have to find a sponsor. And that sponsor is going to be difficult to find. Because Mac Pros aren't going to be cheap. Certainly not the way I spec them out to last for about 5 or 6 years. I think Mavericks was a good upgrade. I found that it didn't run faster on my Mac Pro. It actually, in many ways, kind of slowed things down a bit in spots. I don't know if they made some speed optimizations that I was expecting. I think it was better optimized for mobile. I wouldn't say that my MacBook Pro increased, but it's a Retina display MacBook Pro increased in performance, but things did seem more responsive. So the graphics acceleration on a Retina display Mac works better with Mavericks than it did before. And that, I'm just telling you, my eyes absolutely see it. Absolutely. So it made a dramatic difference for newer Macs, not necessarily older Macs, from my experience. Vinny Sims asks, why do you like doing why I likes? Hopefully I don't run out. There's a lot of stuff in this world to like. Why do I like doing them? Because, again, it's just like, this is my life and I'm sharing it with you online. I want to let you know what I like. If only because we can find that we have more things in common than just liking Burt's Bees for lip balm. That's not a sponsorship placement. I'm just saying, happens to be my favorite lip balm. I don't know why. It's the only one that doesn't bother me. And EOS. The other ones kind of are too waxy. What's that, baby?
You like EOS?
I like EO. I do like that as well. I don't know if I'm going to do a why I like this though. It's maybe a little too far out there. So what do you guys think I should do the next why I like on? You got another day or so before I have to record the next one, but just let me know. I would appreciate it if you would tell me. Let's see here. Anything else? I'm looking here at the live stream. The Blogging Boy 23 asked if I like any animated shows, like comedy shows, animated comedy shows. Family Guy, Simpsons, cannot wait for the Simpsons Lego sets, and the minifigures especially. What else? Robot Chicken, I consider animated, stop motion. I love Adult Swim, but I don't really get into a lot of the shows on as much as other people do. I don't know really why. I tend not to get into shows because then I'll lose track of them, or it's really got to be really good to capture my attention. That's why Robot Chicken is a go-to. Will Samsung own Android's future? Asks Chiranjeevi Petapati. I don't think so. Samsung will not own Android's future, if only because they're putting resources into Tizen, being done in conjunction with Intel. In fact, I would predict that Samsung at some point in the future is going to drop Android like a brick, and at which point maybe LG will pick up the slack. I don't know about HTC. I don't know if it's going to be around in another year, which is kind of sad because I think they're doing some interesting things. And you know, I don't have anything against HTC. I'm not going to say that I'm a fan of the One, as I'm... Hang on. Where the hell... Oh, there it is. I've got so many phones. Still have the One right there. Still there. If it's in my office, you know I like it. Or like it enough to keep it in my office. Jack L. Stub asks, I saw on Google Plus that you won a $500 Amazon gift card. Is that true? It is true. Well, it's not that I won it. I earned it using go.tagjag.com/free points. And you can too. So I want to answer a few more questions. Any more on Twitch idea? Robert Wildman asks, not yet, because I don't know if I'm licensed to play Tetris yet. I got to find out if I can play Tetris on that without getting in trouble. Roop Sarkar asks, have you tried to blend electronics in your BlendTech blender? No, they told us to do that with supervision, so we're not going to do that. But still, the BlendTech blender is awesome. Jason Field, have you heard rumors of a possible show about Darth Vader, and what are your thoughts on it? I have. It's likely tied with Star Wars Rebels, which is going to be the new animated series supplanting the Star Wars Clone Wars, which I never really kind of got into, but I want to watch it, you know, or catch up with it, the old episodes, much like I have with Doctor Who. But yes, Darth Vader will likely be in that series, if only because Darth Vader's right hand, the Inquisitor, was a character that was shown in a screenshot recently at Comic-Con. So I don't know if that's going to be a possible show about Darth Vader, or if just Darth Vader's going to be in it, but I'm absolutely looking forward to it. David Clare, fancy coming to see TMBG with me in Manchester, UK in November. Would love to. Love TMBG. Love them. I was singing them this morning. She was a hotel detective, but now she's barely respected. I don't think it was the money. She didn't care about expensive things. No furs or pearls or fancy cars or diamonds. She was a hotel detective. I may have actually thrown out whatever the hell was in the package. It was in packaging. I just thought I'd open this randomly. Instead of in the vlog, we'll open it here. What is it? Two Darth Vader miniatures. One, Darth Vader is wielding the light... Sorry, I'm holding these really awkwardly. Holding the lightsaber behind his head. Let me get him in focus. You don't know the power of liking and sharing a vlog, or... I'm sorry, I said that the wrong way. Let me try it. You don't know the power of sharing and liking these videos. Or maybe you do know the power, in which case, that's awesome. Little Darth Vader miniatures. And no notes. So whoever sent those, thank you very much for doing that. I will be putting these Darth Vaders up on one of the Darth Vader shelves in my home office. Slight problem with collecting. I do it. It's just what I do. Thank you, everybody, for your awesome questions. Thank you for participating. Stay tuned to see who's going to get next week's gift card from Amazon. Eric, be sure to drop me a line. Because you're getting this week's, and I'll let everybody know what Eric decided. Last week, the girl who won, sorry, I can't remember her name. A lot of names to remember in an average week. She ended up getting the Kindle Paperwhite. So just so you know, dreams can come true. Very happy to have the support of Feature Points. Again, go.tagjag.com/free points. Links in the video's description. Thanks again. Have a good weekend, everybody. Or if you're watching this in the middle of a week or next week or a year from... No one's going to watch this a year. If you're watching this a year from now, let me know on Twitter. Say, hey, I'm watching a video you did a year ago. At Chris Pirillo. That's crazy. No one else does. Ha ha ha. Seriously, this video's there and gone. No one's going to watch it again. Which is sad, because it was good stuff. We hung out together. Good times. Good times. We'll see you later.